Hey everyone, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Chaderena. Now if you don't know what SCP are, they're categorized supernatural and extraterrestrial creatures. Think of Pokemon, but they're super terrifying and they'll definitely kill you. They're super scary, so today we're going to be counting down a top 10 list of the scary SCP encounters. Make sure you stick around for the top 3 because they're the most dangerous SCPs I could find. Like always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. And without taking any longer, let's get into it. Number 10, SCP-096 Shy Guy. This story was uploaded to YouTube about a group of friends who went up to a cabin for a weekend. You know, like a guy's weekend, just some tunes, some beers, and some supernatural creatures that'll rip your body to shreds. Not really, but that's what they got into. When the group of guys got up there, it was already the evening. The sun was going down, but they wanted to do a quick check around the area just to see what was up. They got to a cliff where they could see down to some railroad tracks. They saw a man crouched next to the tracks and it seemed like he was hurt. They called out to him, but the man wouldn't respond with words, he just kept making this gurgling sound. The crouched man started to crawl towards them, and then this 8-foot tall hairless figure, naked, long thin limbs, stepped out, grabbed the man, and pulled him into a bush. They wanted to go down and help, but they were too terrified. Number 9, SCP-902. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
SCP-902 is a lead box that seems to resemble some sort of military ammunition box. It's about the size of a person's head. It's very aged and rusted on the outside. If you open the box, there's absolutely nothing inside, but you'll hear a ticking noise. It is said that anyone who has encountered this SCP hears the ticking noise and immediately becomes obsessed with it. They believe that they have to destroy the box as soon as the ticking noise stops. However, all the people who have been overcome by this SCP stress that the box cannot be destroyed before the ticking actually stops. It's like if you come in contact with this thing, it gets in your head and it takes you over. Number 8, SCP-682. This is a reptilian creature that is very intelligent and durable. It can regenerate its body, and any type of material it consumes, whether it's organic or inorganic, will give it energy and it will become more powerful. It can change the shape of its body at will. It's extremely fast and agile, and when this SCP was captured, it killed 6 SCP officers, and it's been terrorizing the SCP facility ever since. It seems to have a hatred for anything living. It has attempted to escape 17 times and was successful 6 of those times. Anytime it has broken loose, it needs to be put back in a containment cell. If you try to kill the SCP, you will for sure meet your end. Number 7, SCP-055. Now there have possibly been many encounters with this SCP, but no one remembers. Any encounter with this SCP, any recording, any photograph, they're all immediately forgotten. It's unknown how the SCP was required or how the containment cell that it's kept in was made. The only way people remember 055 is by discovering the dossier with all the SCP files in it. The containment cell is easily entered and the SCP seems to be non-violent, but as soon as the person who encounters it leaves, they immediately lose all knowledge of the creature. It's even said that if you read about it, you'll become very alarmed and a few moments later, you'll completely forget it exists. Like what's happening right now. No, I'm just kidding, I remember. This could be the most dangerous SCP out there, but no one knows. No one remembers any of their encounters. 6, SCP-2521. This SCP is 2 times taller than the average person, coming in around 10 or 12 feet. It has long black tentacles that come off of its hands and has the ability to ghost through walls. I'm picturing like Swamp Thing but with Martian Manhunter's powers. It seems to be relatively non-threatening, but if people talk or write about it for an extended period of time, it has been recorded that it will appear in front of them to gather the information about itself. Basically, it knows if you're gossiping about it, and then it wants you to know that it knows. It's kinda like a warning. But from what I've read, it seems like it enjoys hearing the information about itself. Like when it appears, this SCP's like, go on girl, don't stop because I'm here. Number 5, SCP-106. This SCP is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. It looks like a decomposing elderly man. It has mucus that covers its skin, and it's corrosive, and it's extremely violent. Also, anyone who comes in contact with it is attacked. It has to be kept in a lead cell. SCP-106 seems to be either dormant or in a hunting state at all times. Whenever it is in a hunting state, it will take whatever prey it has into a pocket dimension, like teleport you into a creepy meat locker. Some who are attacked by this SCP are killed, but some are kept alive and then transported into this pocket dimension. And apparently people can be sustained there for days. There's only one recorded person who came back from 106's pocket dimension, but they were completely incoherent. The transportation might have fried their mind, or maybe the storage area in the pocket dimension was too brutal to see and it melted their brain. Ugh. Number 4. SCP-087. For me, the scariest of all these things aren't the monsters or the creatures, but it's the ones that are just super freaky objects, like SCP-087, which is just a staircase. Anyone who ventures onto this SCP has to bring a flashlight with them, because there's absolutely no lighting along the staircase, but any light too bright seems to get absorbed by the staircase. There was a team of SCP officers who once tried to venture to the bottom of 087. As they went along, they started to hear a child's crying. They came across a pale face with no pupils which was embedded in the wall. It wasn't the source of the crying, but several SCP officers started to feel this uncomfortable paranoia, and a few fainted. Some of the people who fainted were never recovered. Like, you can't even take the stairs without worrying anymore. I'm gonna see some paranormal monster just waiting to drive me insane? I'm just trying to be healthy. Give me a break. Number 3, SCP-176. This SCP is broken up into 2 different sections. The first is a large black cube with several locks on it. It's said to be 10,000 years old. Next is what's contained inside the cube. It's a young man with gray eyes, long hair, and tan skin, and demonic tattoos all over his body. The young man will stay asleep as long as the box stays closed. If it's open, he will awaken. Anyone who encounters him, he will attempt to kill. He's very strong, agile, and can feel no pain. He's basically like a reversed version of the Doom guy. You know Doom guy who's locked away in the box to kill all the demons? I bet as soon as you open this guy's box, a heavy metal track starts playing, and then everyone within a 10-mile radius is pretty much dead. Number 2, SCP-035. Now we move on to a creepy white porcelain mask. This mask will shift between 2 faces, comedy and tragedy, the 2 classic roles of theater. The mask constantly has a corrosive goo that leaks from it. Anything that comes in contact with this goo will start to decay. Now it has a small effect on glass, so it's kept in a glass case. Now if you are to come in contact with this prop, you might feel the sudden urge to wear it. Anyone who falls prey to this thing and puts the mask on will immediately start to decay and become mummified. However, they will stay animated. The mask will start controlling their body. Whoever the mask is in control of will be extremely charming and convincing. So convincing that they can trick people into killing themselves. Encountering this mask is like an episode of Goosebumps gone way too far. Number 1, SCP-700. This SCP was made by Nikola Tesla. He wanted to make an energy weapon that would shoot out lightning at something or somebody or something like that. I don't know. I think he was going for something like Thor's hammer, but instead he came up with a universe-ending machine. SCP-700 creates an energy wave that rips through time and warps it. What does that mean exactly? If the machine goes off, it would create a YK-class entropic annihilation event. Don't worry, I have no idea what that means either. I had to look it up. Basically, it would be the opposite of the Big Bang, bringing everything everywhere to a halt. We should have just stopped at sliced bread and called it a day. We don't need any more inventions. We're done. Well, that's our list. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would love if you left a comment below and said what's your favorite SCP. Like always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. I have been your host, Chadarena, and until next time, I am going to be sleeping with the lights on. Thank you very much.